Charlie Kirk has been shot, folks. Charlie Kirk of Turning Point, USA, has been shot. Yet another leading and prominent conservative has been shot by the lunatics from the left. He was shot in Utah Valley University. Charlie, on his part, has really been causing some problems from the left with his organization Turning Point USA, going into American colleges and universities, debating these brainwashed kids who are in universities across the US, who have been indoctrinated to believe that there's only one view of the world, and has really been causing a ruckus in the past, I'll say, 6 to 10 years. Maybe 10 years. And the left has really been trying everything in its power to stop him, but they just couldn't stop him. Gaining more and more traction, opening Turning Point USA chapters in colleges across the US. And each time they host events in colleges, the left agitators will try to disrupt and try to run them off campus, and sometimes violence will erupt. They'll use violence and intimidation to try to drive them off campus. But this has been this shooting that happened which happened today, but you'll see the video tomorrow because I stagger the way I upload my videos. Is often, it's the most violent now in terms of what has happened. And the left has really shown itself to be the one who are hateful and the one who use political violence in order to achieve its political goals. You can look at Antifa riots and intimidation and violence. You can look at how those riots after George Floyd destroying American cities over a period of 3 to 4 months in 2020, killing more than 50 people during those riots, destroying billions of dollars in property, the shooting of President Trump, two assassination attempts, the shooting of Republicans in a baseball match around 2017, which then Steve Cadiz was injured. Several shootings, like the one of these so-called transgender identifying individuals who are shooting Christian schools. The left basically is the violent party in the US. Those are the violent people. And I'm afraid of what will happen if the worst actually comes to happen to Charlie Kirk in this situation. And I hope that he recovers. But if the worst were to happen, I'm afraid what's going to happen, because he is one of the leading conservative voices in the country. And if he dies because the left assassinated him, I'm afraid what's going to happen. But the left, really, who imagine themselves to be the people of love and tolerance, are actually very hateful people. Full of hate, full of vitriol, full of bitterness, and just angry at the world. These are the real people of hate. So, but I really wish him a speedy recovery. Really, the work that he's been doing in American universities and colleges is admirable, and it really needs to be replicated to the rest of the West, because universities and colleges in our countries, whether it's in Europe or in South Africa or in Australia or New Zealand or Canada, they are basically sewers. They are filthy, filthy sewers where you send your children there to get an education, but then instead they get an indoctrination. That's really what gets to happen. And the work that Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA are doing is invaluable. It can't be measured and be quantified in words. I wish him all the best in terms of recovery. I hope he recovers, because I'm also particularly afraid of what will happen if it actually comes to the absolute worst in this situation. With that said, cheers, folks. See you on the next one.